Hey guys, so I'm in a situation that I don't know what to do. I am so fed up with the whole situation, it's getting ridiculous. So, my mom is in the hospital. She's over at Morton Plant Hospital in Clearwater, Florida, and the doctors there don't want to communicate with me. I am my mother's power of attorney, and I've told this to the nurses, I've told this to triage, I've told this to if I could catch a doctor, that the reason why I'm her power of attorney is her memory is shoddy. Her primary, her cardiologist, they talk to me. They're in communication with me. What's going on with her memory is that one day she could be thinking that she's in 1980. You could have a full-on conversation, and then 5 minutes later, she won't remember any of it. The dog's barking. Littlefoot! Hold on. Littlefoot was having a nightmare, so I had to wake her up. Anyways, so this is the situation. She went in there because she was having trouble breathing, chest pains, feeling of fluid in her lungs. She was coughing. She was having a headache. She hasn't slept in 2 nights. All right. So anyways, she went in there technically for cardiac purpose and possibly pneumonia or bronchitis. She is on antibiotics. For some reason, and this is not the first time, but they don't bother to explain the reason why, they've put her in a, what is it called? They put her on the GI floor. There's no cardiac, there's nothing. And this is what's going on. So for somebody who has the cardiac history that she has and the situation she's in now, you would think that they would monitor her heart and oxygen. They're not. So let me explain how I know they're not. Because they've told me that, oh, we're monitoring her. We have it on the screen in the, like this desk area. They're not monitoring. You know how I know? At 11:47, my mom told me she had unplugged the heart monitor and took off her oxygen. The pulsate or whatever it's called. You know how they found out that she took it off? At about 2 o'clock this morning when my mom told them. Yeah. Sorry, Littlefoot is having nightmares. And still is. Littlefoot! Anyways, as I was saying, that whole situation, I remember my mom called me up about 11:45 tonight and said, I'm going to find out if they're really paying attention. And she unplugged everything. Yeah. And at about 2:10 this morning, 3 individuals came into the room. One was some high up admin person. I don't know who she is. Besides, her name was Dawn. And if it's who I think it is, I know who it is. And then, that's a whole nother mess I'm not going to get into right now. But, and 2 other individuals. I'm assuming one was triage, the other one was the nurse. My mom pointed out to them, saying, I don't know if you guys are really monitoring my heart or not. And I'm assuming the nurse said it. Again, I'm assuming. But somebody said that, oh, we're definitely monitoring your heart and your oxygen and everything over at the nurse's station. And I was like, no, you're not. Because I took everything off. They were shocked. They were shocked. And then I jumped in and said, yeah, she took it off at 11:45 p.m. They're not paying attention to anything.